Well, good evening. I'm Rick Dancer. Welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. And we are in Coburg live. And why we're here is because in the background, right behind us there, over at the park, at 6 o'clock tonight, the Concert in the Park series is going on here in Coburg. So every Thursday night at 6 o'clock, they have live music in the park. And Hayworth Vineyards down the hall here, they're open. So they're going to have people sitting out there drinking wine and listening to the music. And we're here because the Valley Bistro is our client, and they are also going to be open on Thursday nights for live music. And they're going to be open tomorrow night. We're going to talk to the musicians in just a second to tell you more about them because they're going to be here Friday night. So if you're looking for live anything, you need to come to Coburg because you got live music tonight, live music tomorrow night at the Valley Bistro. And then on Saturday, Hayworth Vineyards also has live music. So it's back. Everybody, we're back in the saddle again. So we're going to come over here real quick. Seth, come with me. We have to grab Seth out of the background. So we're going to introduce you to somebody. It's a busy place. This is Coburg. It's just a busy little place. So here's two strange guys, like rock musicians.
Hi there.
Who are you guys? Tell them who you are.
We're rock musicians, and you're Rick Dancer. Oh my gosh!
I think I'd rather meet a rock musician.
I'm just a drunk guy. Photobombing the show here.
This is Seth. We have a real problem with him. Every time we come to this place, he's kind of behind us and around us and stuff.
Yeah.
So tell him who you guys are.
Our band is called the Tracy's, and we're going to be playing here at Valley Bistro in Coburg, Oregon tomorrow. And we're really excited about it because we love these guys. It's a beautiful venue. And come out tomorrow and relax and enjoy the summer evening and celebrate life. That's what we do.
So as musicians, you guys have to just be like drop dead excited about this because, I mean, you haven't been able to do this for a long time.
That's true. Yeah. Well, we are excited. All the musicians in the United States of America are jumping for joy.
It feels good to have live music again, that's for certain.
Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because you kind of built Cresswell, because Seth also, in case you, well, if you don't know, where have you been? But he also owns the Cresswell Valley Bistro. Yeah. And that's where that was kind of where you started.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely established our name for ourselves as a listening venue down there. I mean, we did the grind for a number of years, every Friday night, live music. The Tracy's have been a big part of that for a decade now. And a lot of musicians liked to play our place, and not that we paid all that well, but it was just a great venue. So when we built out Coburg, we tried to take that into consideration and said, okay, let's do some music up here too. Well, then last year kind of derailed that. So we're just getting back into it. And I'm just dipping my toes because I got a 5-year-old and a puppy, and that is making really long days for me kind of impossible. So.
Every parent would tell you, when you have a 5-year-old, never get a puppy.
Well, now you tell me.
We did the same thing, and we're like going, oh my God, we just put another child here.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. So she chews on everything, but she's a fantastic dog.
Now that's the dog.
Yeah. Well,
oh, okay. Your kid doesn't chew it.
Well, you'd be surprised. Yeah. No. But yeah. So I mean, the reality is, Melissa and my day started pretty early this morning, and we're still going because we want to be a part of the music in the park. So those long days they're tough. I mean, we're not, we're 10 years older than we were when we started, but music is such an integral part of our business model, and like we're just. Man, who doesn't like live music? So it's fun to have bands like the Tracy's and a couple other bands that I've really established good relationships with come out and say, hey, let's play some music for the people, because that's what it's all about.
So give them your hours for, including the hours for Thursday.
It's really weird. I try consistency is key, and now I'm all over the board. But basically in Coburg, Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 3. So everybody remember that, Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 3. But on Thursdays, we're going to stay open late because we got the music in the park happening in Coburg. So just come on in. Got some wine. We have some cobbler tonight.
Is this the cobbler?
Yes.
You got. Sorry, I know you were talking, but too bad.
No, now you distracted me.
I know that the cobbler is. Next to Melissa's cookies.
Those are pretty solid too. Although we took a little break from those because we were overworked. So now we'll be getting back into the baking of the cookies just because we have nothing else to do.
Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so Friday, we've got live music tomorrow night, so we're open again. Saturday, Hayworth's doing a wine release, so we're going to be open for them. But those are kind of special things. I'm not going to stay open late every Friday, every Saturday. So either come and enjoy the opportunity, or you're going to miss out. But whenever I do live music, I will try to do my best to get the word out there to all you people so you can come down and enjoy this beautiful patio that we have here. Or in this awesome case, August 7th, I have these guys playing in Crestwell too. So if you miss them here in Coburg tomorrow night, which I don't recommend doing, I think you should be here. But if you do, you can catch them in a couple weeks in Crestwell.
So
Get Michael Tracy in here.
So Michael, for you,
he's the harmonica virtuoso.
No, I'm not any
award winner.
You have it with you?
I have my brother. I don't have it with me. I have my brother, and he loves me a lot, and so he says this kind of stuff. But I play
you guys
harmonica.
Have been doing this for a long time.
We have, I love the variety of what we do, and I didn't know if I'd ever be able to play music again when this whole COVID thing started. I didn't know if we'd ever get this together again, and I'm thrilled that we've done a couple of gigs now, and we've got a couple of gigs coming up here, and it's just thrilling, like you said earlier, just to be playing music again.
Because I think people know. I had a comic on the other night who has been, not having a very funny life for the last 14 months, and he said, I said, "Are you going to use all this material in your act?" And he says, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Because I've been really weird." And then he goes, and I know he will. He has cats and all these kind of things, and he's going. So it's gonna, in the end, I think it's gonna give him more stuff to talk about. But it's been hard for creative people when you don't get to go. Seth can come in and make his creative still do that, but you were shut down. You had no outlet.
During the pandemic, absolutely, I just kept thinking about our music and the kind of music we do, and it felt to me, it resonated in my heart that. We're doing music that tries to inspire and uplift, and it just felt like it's the music that really needs to be done right now, coming out of all this nonsense. I just felt like
people's
need to
be touched.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what we try to do, and so I'm thrilled to be doing it again.
So I'll get really deep with you here. So you started this, so don't blame me, okay?
Okay.
So I was listening to my Pandora or whatever the heck it was, and I heard Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Sure.
And I was thinking about live music and stuff, and because it's talking about when the music died and everybody kind of lost their soul and got quiet and all that. And I was going, that's why I think people are so excited that this is back. I mean, you guys are really part of the healing thing for us.
I unrelated but kind of related. One of our band members who plays in different bands, he said the tipping has never been better. I just think there's a phenomenon where people are really thrilled that people are out doing it again, that they can come out and do it. And there's a lot of generosity, not that I'm expecting that, but it's a reflection
bring your tips.
It's just a reflection of the fact of how much people miss it and how much they appreciate it. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you entirely. I was very fortunate that just a couple of random times throughout last summer, my father-in-law's band, they took up residence on our patio here and just played Sunday afternoon for a few hours, and it felt so good. I mean, it just just hearing music and people put their heart and soul into songs that they've crafted. It just resonates with the people listening. I mean, it takes both sides. So you got to have the musicians. I'm definitely not one of them, but it takes people to listen to that music too. And I mean, I couldn't be more thankful to actually have opportunities to have bands back again. This is really cool.
I think it too. I saw like you were not open on Saturday night, but there were people sitting out here, and I think we're willing to take more time. Yeah, you know what I mean? Where you go, okay, before it was like maybe I'm not going to go do that. Now it's like. Plus, I also think because it's so rare, but we didn't have it for so long. If you said there was a Tiddlywinks festival out in the parking lot, we'll be there. We'll go do. I say, I want to be around human beings. I want to do something. So
and even the first couple of times that I went to gatherings to be around human beings, I mean, there's something about that human spirit where hearts touch hearts, and just that, I don't know, that energy with real people. I mean, it was magical. And I mean, everybody was like, nobody could stop talking and everybody was interrupting each other, but it's magic, people people need people.
Yeah.
As one of our songs says.
Well, we know what they're going to
have
play
a song
tomorrow night.
about that.
Yeah. So you're drinking some new wine, I see.
So one of my reps, actually, they self-distribute Blue Hill Vineyard out of Monroe. They asked if they could do a tasting. They happened to be in the area, and so she brought me a whole flight of whites and a whole flight of reds. I'm about halfway through the reds.
So what the hell are we standing here talking to you
that's
for?
what I was going to say. You should go talk to her because she's got some stuff.
If they told us this earlier, come on. So she's here. You guys ignore that turning down the heat. That was something I forgot to change. So here we go. Every show needs a little bit of wine. So here we go. Oh.
So I was actually watching you.
You were watching? You heard what we said about?
Yeah. So I did. I turned it off so we wouldn't have like reverb or anything here.
So tell them who you are, what you're doing here.
So I'm Sue Shea, and my husband and I are the owners of Bluebird Hill Cellars just outside of Monroe. And I am here pouring our wines for Seth so he can decide what he's going to have to offer here at the bistro.
Show them the bottle, just so if you put one up there. Yeah. So
there we go.
So what do you have? When did you start? I have so many questions. When did you start the winery?
So we celebrated our 5th anniversary on Memorial Weekend this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this?
We'd been making hobby wine together since the early 2000s. And we moved to Oregon in 2010, found our property in 2011. We bought it for the view in the house. Had no idea we were going to end up creating this vineyard. Seriously. It was almost 6 acres, 4 acres of it was in overgrown Christmas trees. So we started clearing the trees off, and in 2013, we planted 1/4 of an acre of Pommard clone Pinot Noir. We thought that's going to be our hobby vineyard. We can make a barrel of Pinot from that every year. And sometime over that summer, we conked our heads together and decided we were going to become a commercial winery.
So was it conking together so that you can't blame one or the other? You
Exactly.
have to say, we got ourselves into this.
Yes.
Now we're stuck.
Yes, but
What do you love about it?
It's been a grand adventure. Wine, is just liquid happiness, right? We're not doing anything that makes people unhappy or nervous, or people enjoy to come out to our property, which is out in the country. We sit 600 feet above the valley on a hill overlooking the valley. On a clear day, you can see 85 miles across the valley. And we do all our tasting outdoors, and we want people to sit down. It's all seated tasting. So you're not, standing 10 people deep at a tasting bar. You're sitting at a table and taking your time tasting through all the wines.
And what do you
and
grow?
relaxing.
You do what? Is it all red?
So no. We actually have 14 wines on our wine menu right now.
Good.
Yeah,
Are you like
but we're a small producer.
Are you like an overachiever?
I think we might be. I like to tell people we're type A personality, and we were both of us. And we were approaching the retirement age, and we're not the kind of people that are just going to be able to sit in retirement. So why not do something we love to do?
Okay,
and then we get to share, the product of our efforts.
So can I go on a little rabbit hole here?
Maybe,
she says. So I'm kind of close to that retirement too. Don't you think you can't stop doing things?
Right.
You know what I mean? And
you have to stay active and vital, and I think the more active you are, the longer you're going to live.
And live well, because you
live
now are
well.
doing your dream. But it wasn't, what I love about this is kind of like what I think my wife and my life is. You're making your bucket list as it goes. Instead of going, I hope we can someday do this. Instead, you fall into it. I mean, you plan it, but you fall into it, and then you go, oh my God, that's on our bucket list.
Yeah, it definitely was. We had tossed it around in the early 2000s, the idea of opening our own winery when we first started making wine together. But then, as life sometimes does, things get in the way, and we kind of pushed that to the back burner until we bought this property and realized it was a perfect spot for growing wine grapes.
So if you did have a rocking chair on your front porch, you
Actually,
rarely get to sit in it.
This would be correct. Our guests get to sit in the rocking chairs.
So tell them all the different wines you have, okay?
So we have a Pinot Gris. We have 2 Chardonnays. The 19 Chard, which I'm not supposed to say this yet, but
go ahead and do.
Just yesterday, we got an email from Wine and Spirits magazine, and our 19 Chardonnay was rated 92 points.
Wow.
It'll be in the October issue. So that was exciting.
So don't anybody tell, because
Yeah,
then we'll
don't
have
tell
to,
us
we'll find you.
I'll be in trouble. And then we have a reserve Chardonnay. So our reserve Chardonnays are in oak for 2 years as opposed to 1 year. Then we have a rosé, state rosé. We made our very first white Pinot Noir last fall, and we released that Memorial Weekend, and it is my favorite of our chilled wines right now. It's this. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it out here.
I love my
Show
job.
it off. We call it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look
It's
at
just-
wait. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me.
you
I'm-
get to it.
Oh my
It's just
gosh.
this beautiful light copper color.
Oh, that's
And it was fermented and aged in French oak, so it's got that oak influence. There's a roundness, there's a complexity to it, and it's flying out of the tasting room.
wow.
Thank you.
Perfect for summer.
Yeah.
And then you have red.
And then we have reds. So we have our flagship Pinot Noir that I held up earlier. We made about 175 cases of this. This was rated 92 points and was an editor's choice in Wine Enthusiast magazine. And then we have our first reserve. Let you come to it.
I'm learning here.
So Mom's Reserve was rated 93 points in Wine Enthusiast. And that's 100% estate fruit. Then we also sourced some Pinot from Zenith Vineyard up in Eagle Hills, one of the top 5 vineyards in Oregon. So this is our Zenith Vineyard Reserve, 93 points in Wine Enthusiast. And then we have our South Block Reserve, and this is 100% estate fruit, all from the South Block of our vineyard, 94 points in Wine Enthusiast. Then we have Red Wine Blend, which is a blend of Syrah and Pinot Noir. It's a great in-between wine, really good with pizza, roast, barbecues. And then we have a straight Syrah. The Syrah we've sourced from Horse Heaven Hills in Washington State, and I've never had a red from Horse Heaven Hills that I haven't loved. So we can't get Syrah ripe here in the Willamette Valley. We're a cool climate, and it needs a longer, hotter growing season. So that's why we source it.
So do you
From
guys do
Washington
anything
State.
average? Everything has to be over 90 points. Yeah. You don't do anything average. So let me ask you this. So what do you love about your life now?
Oh, well, what's not to love about wine? And my life is never dull or boring. We have 2 wonderful winery dogs that roam the property that are super friendly and love greeting our guests at the gate.
You think
We've
people
met so many people, and we've made so many friends through this industry, and maybe that's a highlight for me.
do you think people don't take enough risk when it comes to us growing older?
I think that's probably a possibility. We tend to become more risk averse, right?
But
The
you
older
did.
we get,
Right, but you fought it.
but we didn't. But we were also sensible about this endeavor. We didn't dip into retirement. We've done this all on a shoestring and upgraded equipment as the winery can afford to pay for it. So, and sales have been really good. We've been blessed. So,
I like you. I needed to talk to her tonight. Yep.
Thank you.
No, I needed to talk to her. So Seth, buddy.
Yeah, I got one more. I got a surprise for you, Rick.
Oh, we've got more.
I know,
Seth.
it's-
Oh, I get a little nervous with Seth and his surprises because we did a Christmas thing one year where I had an ugly Santa sweater and then I went through the neighborhood and sold coffee out of a
Well, yeah,
horse
this
trailer. I mean, it's not like he's a normal guy.
Yeah. So this is actually. Don't even hold on a second. I gotta fix it.
Oh, you know.
I'm scared now.
This,
All right, this isn't from me. So, well, I'm giving it to you, but actually, a customer of mine, she'll remain nameless, but she is a fan of yours and watches all your shows. And I was at her and her husband, or her husband and I were sawing a log the other day, and he said, "Hey, could you give this to Rick Dancer for my wife?" And I said, yeah, sure. So, Rick, this is a mini you. And so we have the silver fox hair right here. And if you can't see this, it's a bullhorn and a stick of dynamite.
Okay, hold on. Let me go like this.
There we go. So this is little.
Go.
Wait, where
That,
we go? Oh, that way.
see how weird that is? Yeah.
So this is mini Rick Dancer. He's got the awesome hair and the dynamite and the bullhorn. And so
I will put that in my office, and the next time I put up a billboard, I will make sure that I look at that.
I had it on my dashboard on the way down here, and I thought that was a good place for it too.
That's awesome.
That's all yours.
No, tell her thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
So again, you guys,
watching this.
That's right. Music tonight in Coburg starts in just a little bit, you guys, at 6 o'clock. And Blue Valley Bistro will be here to serve you.
Yeah.
And they have everything open. Hayworth Vineyard down the street also going to be here. And the town will be packed because people.
Yeah, I see a bunch of chairs over there already.
They put out their lawn. It's like a parade, It's like you put your lawn chair out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon so you can get your seat.
Yeah.
So and that happens every Thursday for the next 6 weeks, and then on Fridays for at least this week and.
Well, this weekend is here on Friday,
Yeah.
and then it's on Saturday the 7th in Crestwell.
Okay.
That's the only music I have scheduled in the immediate future. I'm looking at some dates in later in August and September where I got some other bands coming.
Okay, you guys do have this big antique show coming up.
Yeah, we got that too.
Oh, you got a car show
and
too.
There's a car show coming up. So there's
and then there's that Coburg, isn't it Golden Years or something? I don't know if they still do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Someone will come on and tell
that
us.
Answer. Yeah.
Someone will tell us.
I think they're.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but the antique fair and the car show are definitely goes this year. I'm looking forward to both of them. We'll be open at like 4 a.m. on the antique show because that's when all the vendors get their coffee.
Yeah, and you want to be here for that.
Yeah,
and you guys,
wild.
if you want to try a new wine, come on out to Seth's because he's probably going to be buying some.
I'm going to buy a couple cases. You can't say no to this stuff. It's good.
Okay, or you can visit the vineyard itself. It's out in Monroe, right?
Yeah.
Fridays 3 to 7.
Fridays 3 to 7. Saturday, Sunday, noon to 5. And you can go out and try it for yourself and have a beautiful view at the same time. All right, you guys, tomorrow night we're in Veneta because the Emporium is happening again. And this is where local crafters and bakers get together. And they have a mall out there that they put this stuff in. And it's stuff you're not going to find at I don't want to say a certain thing, but you're not going to find it at local fairs. This is like stuff that I've never seen in my life before. And some of the coolest things. And we'll be out there with Annie and the gang showing you that because they have some special stuff. They're actually celebrating Christmas in July out there on Saturday, and Santa's coming in on a Harley. So she'll tell us, I'm sure, more about, oh, look who's here. Melissa, come over quick. You guys, the girls are here. The beautiful girls are here. Look, there's Lila. Oh, yes. And Melissa, how you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
You too. It's nice to see you. I heard the dogs chewing everything up.
Yeah, totally.
They got a puppy with a 5-year-old. I know all the parents are laughing, going, oh, we did that too. All right, you guys, so we will see you tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, but come out tonight. It starts at 6. You can come out tomorrow night, and there's live music here at the Bistro or on Saturday at the Vineyard next door. All right, have a great night. See you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Oh, share this on your page to help everybody in Coburg, okay? We love Coburg.